Saturn gave a boon to the devotees of Hanuman that they will no longer be faced with negative karma, or they will not deal with issues. But the main aspect of the story is, and also about Saturn, is that Hanuman is the template of devotion, of bhakti yoga. He is the bhakti, so that means that people who are involved in bhakti, then Saturn doesn't trouble in that way. So that means that it is, I suppose, one way of saying that the karma melts away slightly, but also the karma we have to face in this life. If we are devoted, truly devoted to bhakti, then, so the bhakti yoga, then that is the message. But Saturn will always bring, whatever it is, he has to bring some obstacles in life. And he's like an exam you have to sit, that you can't avoid. So better to be prepared for it. Any other question? Okay, so thank you. Oh, sorry, there's one more question here.
You just mentioned that bhakti yoga seems to act perhaps as a remedial measure.
Yes.
Could you talk a little bit about remedial measures?
Yeah. You see, remedial measure is all part of what are you going to do about it. So the greatest remedial measure for Jyotish or for planets is yoga. But there are 4 parts to yoga. So we have karma yoga, bhakti yoga, raja yoga, and jnana yoga. But they're all interlinked. So in many ways, paying back to society, not saying what I can get from it, is giving back to society, to people around you. That is the best remedial measure. When we start thinking, instead of getting things, is how we can use our, whatever we have, for the betterment of other people. That doesn't mean you victimize yourself or you do, but you are starting to give back. If somebody asks you for something, even simple thing, can you give me a lift somewhere? You say, no, I'm too busy. You could think, no, maybe that's my karma yoga for the day. I can do that, so I should be, if I'm free, even if I'm not free, if it's slightly uncomfortable. Then you're going against the negativity of the energy. So doing the remedy for Saturn, bhakti yoga is very good, karma yoga is very good for Saturn. Because Saturn wants you to do something physically. He doesn't want you to spend money to resolve the issue, but to do something physically. Because a lot of us think if we pay $10 to donation, that is good. But it's really the effort you put in. So Jyotish has a lot of remedial measures, but as I said, that the main one is giving back to society, and the second one that I find is more and more useful is, and which everybody can follow, is leading a simple life. Leading a simple life. Simple natural foods, simple demands, not burdening yourself with everything. And if you are in trouble, the first thing you can do is to simplify your life. So simple food, simple relationships, straightforward love, not having complicated things. So I think the simplification is the best. But that they cannot come without the 4 yogas, I think. Okay. Oh, there's another question. I think we are running out of time. Okay, last question.
Well, such a beginner's beginning.
Yeah.
So, can you give just a really short thumbnail of like next year might be?
It just means you have to come again to the ashram. Yeah. Actually, what is happening next year is that this year Jupiter is pure and clear. It's exalted. There's no negative influence of it all this year, even though it changes signs. But next year, the planet Rahu comes, and Rahu is a shadow planet that takes Jupiter off its path, potentially. So that means that you may be very much established in sadhana, and you may suddenly think, oh, this is no good. I should do something else, these people are no good. Some kind of wrong inner voice can activate. So that is one of the big aspects, that we have to be clear and pure in our thinking for next year. The second big problem is that Saturn is in Scorpio and Mars comes with it. And they're both, all these things are happening simultaneously. So all through February, right up to, I think, May. So we have 3 or 4 months. So Mars, Saturn are opposite energies. Mars wants to act, Saturn says don't do it. So it's a shortcut to frustration. So what you have to do is that you have to understand that those energies are not good. So what you're thinking at that time may be not correct. You need more in touch with your purer self. You have to take not so many decisions during that time. Because even though you may think you know everything, maybe you're not knowing everything in the right way. So wait till those energies release themselves. So it's like they're building up energy, so we are also reacting to it. So this is what I said right at the beginning, that we have to learn not to react to them. But we have to slowly see that, yeah, this is not so good. So something is erupting in our life, then we don't need to react to it. Because if we react to it, we don't know where it's going to go. Whereas if we say, okay, this doesn't mean you just victimize yourself, but you're taking a conscious decision of how much you're going to. It could be work, it could be relationships, it could be, sometimes it's something quite minor, which is irritating, but it becomes very major. So those are the 2 main things. I'll talk about it more in the class, but... So okay, thank you so much. Thank you.